Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say a couple of things. The first is that this video did not turn out how I intended it to. Normally, my intuitive readings are more geared towards understanding an individual, and this seems more of a collective reading, which I want to stay away from. And that's number one. Number two is that I think that I've learned through this experience that sometimes it's really not about what I want. It's what I am being needed for or being called to say intuitively. And lastly, I think I've come to the realization that maybe Donald Trump is a two-part series. So stick around for another video on Mr. Trump and we can get that deep dive going. All right, enjoy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your safe space. My name is Bella, and thanks for being here. Thanks for tuning in. From the title, you already know what we're here to do. It's going to be another spiritual deep dive. This one was by request. So we're going to be reading Mr. Donald Trump and seeing what information wants to come through. Again, these are readings that hopefully will shed more light on maybe the feelings behind some of the actions, trying to understand this individual from a higher perspective and not really canceling him. I'll just say it like that. I'm kind of anti-cancel culture, and I'm all about respecting, even if I don't agree with beliefs, and we all can learn from people. So let's see what we can learn from Mr. Trump. I don't know much about him other than he was a businessman prior to becoming U.S. president. I know he was on a show, The Apprentice or something like that, but before the presidency. But that's really it. I know that how do I say this? From the outside, I guess, because sometimes I try to take an outside approach when looking at things and not like be so in it, but from the outside looking in, if you will, it seems like he caused a lot of division in the United States, a lot more hatred, a lot of racism and things like that were more prevalent, or maybe not that they were, not that there was more of it, but there was more visibility to it. And so, interestingly enough, though, if for those maybe that don't know, I also do hypnotherapy. I'm a hypnotherapist. I practice QHHT, which is a form of hypnotherapy created by Dolores Cannon. And in one session, I had actually asked the client's higher self to shed some light on Donald Trump. And I think this was at maybe the beginning of his presidency. And the higher self of that client, what they said to me was really a shocker. And so I'm going to either try to find that audio and clip it in this video, or I will create what is it called, YouTube short or something like that, short video on what it said, and I will post. And so the gist of that message, what was told to me, was that this man knew that he was being used to cause how do I say this? He knew he was a chess piece on the board to, for further spiritual advancement, if that makes sense. And it's shocking. Let me know if you're as shocked as I was. I don't know, but I think that, yeah, I'd love to hear your comments on that. Oh man, so I need to find it pretty much. Now I really do need to find it, and I need to post it. And I don't know if I'll have enough time. I'm trying to post it. I'm rambling. I'm trying to post this soon, so I don't know if it'll be included in this video. Let's get started. So I hope you guys have your tea ready, your coffee ready. Hopefully you're relaxing to the music in the background. I've got some sage here that I'm lighting, asking for protection for my angels and guides to protect me from anything lower vibing, for my higher self to come through, to be able to come through and shine, come through and say whatever it needs to say, and for that, and for the highest good of all to come through and for the highest good of all to I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Maybe for that, for this reading to serve our highest goods, including Mr. Trump's, and nothing low vibing. So here, some protection, some cleansing for you all. Okay. Are we ready? So first, I'm going to be looking down. I apologize. I'm going to be looking at his picture to see what I can get from his picture. That's how I channel best, through this black and white. I tried to find a good picture of him, you know? I try to do these people justice. So that's a nice one of them. So the only problem is that none of the pictures are clear enough that I've printed. I don't know if that's the printer. I don't know if that's his higher self trying to block a bitch. I don't know. I can't really see into his eyes like that, which that's how I read people. So let's get into it. Interesting. This is the first time. I just want to make sure that that's right. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I'm like looking into somebody's eyes and I don't really sense something. I don't pick up much from this picture. Maybe it's the whole eyes situation. Let me see. That's weird. Let me see if I can pull out my laptop and see if I can get a better picture where I can look into his eyes. So I'm on Google. I thought that was a really nice picture. I'm kind of bummed. Okay. Dang, his eyes are small on this one too. Okay. I think that's actually, I think what I'm picking up is that is the type of person that he is. Like, he might like popularity, he might like approval of a lot of people, but he doesn't want to be seen. Like, he wants to stay as private. It's like a turtle. He wants to stay private as possible. Like, I think that's interesting how that happened. He likes being out in the public, but he would prefer to control the narrative. He would prefer to be in control of what is put out there in regards to himself. It feels to me that I don't know why I even want to say this, but it feels like, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, broski. This one's hard. Yeah, it's almost like you're never gonna know how I'm feeling. You're never gonna know what I'm really thinking. You're never gonna know. You're not gonna know. I'm never gonna show you my full hand. And I don't know if that's necessarily in like a bad, mischievous, conniving type of energy, or he's just super private. And he's just reserved. Which is interesting because I think that all throughout his yes, Bella, all throughout his pregnancy, yeah, all throughout his presidency, he was just on the news for just saying crazy things, things that are really outrageous, outlandish, like crazy. So it's interesting that yeah, I did not expect to pick that up. I feel like he does know, he has a wealth of knowledge that I feel like he knows a wealth of knowledge on business in America, how to succeed in business in America. And maybe he felt like presidency is similar to a business, running a business, maybe in certain areas. I'm sure that's very similar. Obviously, in other areas, it's different. But I think maybe that was his mentality. Like, yeah, like, you know, I'm successful at this. How harder can it be to run a whole country? You know? Yeah, he knows a lot about business, how to protect himself, for sure. Is he running again? I just have to know. Let me look this up. I just have to know. I think so. that's really all I'm getting. And I'm honestly shocked. Usually I can pick up a lot from looking at people's eyes, but like in all the pictures, Google it if you want. In all the pictures that you see of Donald Trump, like his eyes are really like hidden and really small. So it's really hard for me to pick up his energy. So let's get to the cards. What can we find out from Donald Trump? What can we find out? And now I'm seeing what deck I'm drawn to. I'm going to start with these fairy tarot cards. What can we find out? Lots of cards came out, so I'll just take the top one. And what else? All majors coming up. There was another card that wanted to, there we go, that come out. What else? What else can we learn? Okay, so I've got 4 cards here. Bottom of the deck, ego. The illusion of being trapped. Placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. So if that doesn't already kick off a good reading, then I really don't know what would, because I think that when he stepped into presidency, that's when you started seeing a lot of fears and worries come forward. A lot of division in America, a lot of division and a lot more visibility to the division. Okay, Strength card came up. Unity. Release. Ace of Autumn. So mostly all majors. All right, with the Strength card, I'm just gonna read the little words here at the bottom. It says, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. For unity, it says, do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Release. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. And then Ace of Autumn. A windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others. A very successful project. A happy change in your career. So strength and unity together is saying that there is strength in unity. And I think that we did see that once I'm trying to find the best words here, but once all of these things came to light, when he was in office, we did start seeing people band together in ways that we didn't see before. Other than coming together for natural disasters, we were coming together for what we felt was right. And so I think that we've learned that there is strength in unity. And working together in finding that community. And maybe what this is saying is that due to him, and this is interesting, especially for people that look at him and look away immediately after in complete disgust. What if, now I'm not into politics. I didn't vote for anybody. I should have, but I just didn't. I lay low. You know, I'm very accepting of others and try to be at least. But what if the cards are saying, I'm being guided to say it, what if without this man being in office, we wouldn't have come together as we did? So we have to look at the positives in what has happened since. So, in what other ways have we come together in the ways that we have as Americans, or as subdivisions in America, culturally, racially, whatever the case may be. So there's strength in unity. Us being more united, us having a more united front. I'm just going to get clarity here. Releasing, letting go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. So again, what if the star? Okay, so wishes fulfilled. What's this? Page of Swords. Page of Swords. I'll take that. Bottom of this deck is 5 of Wands. And a 15 above that for ego. Okay. So releasing, an ending that brings way, that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. In unity, we have strength, but before that, we have to release the past. We have to release things that aren't really working out for us as a whole. Whether that be ways of thinking, ways of doing things. In order for us to really get where we need to be, there needs to be a collective purge. And I think that time to move on, I feel like that's spirit just letting us know it's time to move on. And whether we like it or not, we are moving on. So brace yourselves, you know, because then that's further confirmed by the Ace of Autumn, which new beginnings, something tangible, a new earth, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of approaching certain matters, a new way of banding together collectively, not just maybe as Americans, but as humans. And having strength will allow, having the strength in the unity in our community and sticking together will bring forth positive changes that will give us what we want. What are we really wanting? What are we really needing is love, less hatred, more love, more acceptance, more respect, more less cancel culture, more acceptance and coexistence, and just allowing for people to be themselves, respecting people, respecting one another, whether they have different opinions. Not really. I feel like with unity, with finding that community, and maybe what it's saying is there will be more smaller communities before merging into a big collective community. And I feel like with these communities, involving yourself in some of them, especially ones that promote love, unity, coexistence, it'll help with the releasing what is it called? Yeah, individually releasing things that, I mean, there's a lot of learning that'll take place, and there's a lot of elders that can assist. And it's because the Page of Swords is here, so it's saying, for me, it's saying anything that's especially thoughts, it'll help with our thoughts and thought ways. And tune them and turn them or tune them into the right direction, if that makes sense. I don't see Trump anywhere in these cards. Release, letting go of the past with the Queen of Wands. It's just newness. I feel like this is Gaia. It's weird. I feel like this is Gaia coming through, and Gaia's helping us to release. Gaia, for those that may not know, Gaia is the name for Earth. In one of my QHHT sessions, a client's higher self called her Gaia Sophia. So Gaia Sophia will help us release, maybe by grounding. You can ground and purge everything that you need to purge into her roots, and she'll know how to transform and transcend all those things that we don't need anymore. And that'll help us also move forward into this new way of collective unity, collective consciousness, collective way of living together and being one finally. There's still a lot of ego that we have to work through, that will cause conflicts for the time being. And that's what we see kind of all around us. Conflicts around the world is caused by ego. But slowly but surely, I see us moving into the right direction. So maybe this is what was, maybe by him being where he was, almost like the spotlight was on him worldwide. And because he said the things he said, because he did the things that he did, while many people look at it and say there was a lot of division, there was a lot of hatred, there was a lot of stuff that happened that came to light that wasn't there before. The cards are saying, well, let's look at the positives, or let's look at the cause of, not the cause, the cause and effect. What has happened since in office, or maybe why we needed him to be where he was. Maybe he was the perfect person to be in that position. Maybe they needed somebody without prior political background to influence in the way that he did, whether negatively or positively, because what other U.S. president has had the gall to say what he has said, and do some of the things that somebody would consider ass backwards? Who else would have done it? You know, somebody that was somebody that is free from political, maybe agendas, and things like that. Maybe he was the perfect person. Again, my own feelings aside from him personally, I don't really try to look at that. I'm not into politics, so I couldn't even tell you if he was good for our country or not in terms of politically. What I can tell you is spiritually, as a result of him being where he was at for the period that he was there, it seems as though he was used for the greater good. He was used to kind of catapult us into more spiritual awareness, more spiritual understanding, a deeper, more loving consciousness, community, unity, almost like a slingshot that kind of catapulted us forward, that launched us forward years quicker than if anybody else would have been there. So, if you've got children or if you've got grandchildren, maybe we'll see the benefits then, or maybe it'll be sooner than that when they're adults. But it's all happening to lead us to where we all want to go. So I feel like the cards are saying, don't fear, don't worry, don't be in fear. Things are underneath that is the Chariot. Things are happening as they should. Things are moving forward as they should. This isn't something that can be changed to go off course. We can't divert it. This is happening. So and we're moving in the right direction, and there's nothing to worry about. So, okay. I didn't expect all that. I didn't even know why I was bringing up. I didn't even know why I was bringing up the clip from the QHHT session that I think that maybe I wanted to preface it with that by saying that about the clip, because, I know that this man causes a lot of, for some people, you can't even mention the name without them getting really upset, really mad. And so I wanted to challenge, for those that are in that position, what if you were told that this man is causing or has caused a quicker awakening, spiritual awakening? Would you be so mad if you found that out? And so that's what I'm getting at. Okay. So I love these cards. These are the Sacred Destiny cards by who? By Denise Linn. And I actually want to read, but these are beautiful cards. If anybody has them, y'all know what I'm talking about. This says abundance. We have another release card. Release judgment, release worry, release fear, and we've got gateway. So let's read. All right, it's abundance. Wildflower Wonderland. Wildflowers are not intentionally planted. They are untamed, natural, and free. Their fragrance calls bees to pollinate them so that seeds are created to continue the cycle of life. These kinds of natural flowers don't try to to be profuse and beautiful. They just are, without struggle or worry. They are abundant without effort. Prosperity is their birthright, and the grand profusion of a field. Did I read that right? And the grand profusion of a field of untamed flowers reminds you that a windfall is coming. It's simply a matter of aligning your vibration and frequency with that which you desire to manifest. The sacred landscape wants you to know everything is blossoming in life. Open yourself to receive. Abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity are ready to be activated in your life. Life desires you to prosper. You are moving toward an outpouring of money, energy, time, or love. Opportunities are limitless. However, you must take action in the direction of your dreams. Don't wait for abundance to fall into your lap. Take steps. Give deeply and fully. Don't hold back. This card reveals that this is a great time to make investments. The more you give with a free and open heart, the more you will receive. Be grateful for what you already have, and even more will flow to you. I feel, as I said, we are coming to this point, this period where it's almost like a Renaissance period, where with his presidency, then COVID, a lot has happened. A lot has happened where it's all contributed to this renaissance. I feel like this big collective reawakening or spiritual awakening is happening. It's getting ready to just poof, you know? And this is saying, and I feel like with the Chariot, what I was picking up is there's not anything that you have to do to bring this forward. There's not anything that you can do to stop this. But it's almost like this spirit of new, this spirit of expansion, this spirit of, I don't know, I just see purging. Gaia purging, helping humans to purge in a really beautiful way. And with that, we are going to be more free. We're going to be happy. We're going to be less boggled down by these thoughts, beliefs, these patterns, these habits, these ways of living that really aren't contributing to our highest good, you know? So that's what I'm feeling from all these cards. And it's interesting. Again, this is the first time where I'm doing a reading and I'm not even reading on him. Like, the purpose was to do a deep dive on him, and what I'm getting is not him at all. So that's interesting. So release. And that's a beautiful card, if you can see it. Beautiful. Release, autumn light. Which I think we're still in autumn. Are we? I think so. The cooler days and change of color in the leaves mark the seasonal change from summer to autumn. The bracing wind wildly flings the red, orange, and yellow leaves from the trees as they spiral to the dampened, dark earth. Lingering sunshine filters. Why did I just sound like a news anchor? Let me start that over. Lingering sunshine filters through the canopy of vividly colored leaves, creating an autumnal glow. In the great cycle of life, fall is the time of letting go. Just as spring is the time of new birth and summer the time of expansion and growth, fall is the time of the harvest. It is the time to begin the inward journey into the restoring and renewing season of winter. The sacred landscape wants you to know. When you receive this card, it is time to let go and surrender. Let go of situations, people, and objects that do not serve you. Let go of old, outmoded, self-limiting beliefs that drag you down. Haven't I been saying this whole damn reading? This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. If you are holding on to the old, it is difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home and living environments of clutter and welcome the new. Don't forget that step. If you don't love it or use it, it is probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It's time for a detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old and ask for the new to come in. Ask for it and welcome it in. So I've been saying that this whole reading, it seems like, which is great because it's just further confirmation. Okay, and finally, Gateway. Also another beautiful card. Enchanted Valley. There are places on the planet where the veil between the physical realms and the mystical dimensions is especially thin and getting thinner. These places are called portals, vortexes, or spirit gateways. In mythology, they are revered as places where things beyond ordinary reality can occur. Mystics, visionaries, and shamans can traverse this realm and the next through these places. In Celtic traditions, the wee folk, which are fairies and elves, easily move through these portals and have access to these magical places. I'd love to see some fairies or some elves. Shoot. The Enchanted Valley is the place where these portals often appear. That's awesome. Listen, if any of y'all watching this video has ever been through a gateway, have seen elves, fairies, the wee folk, let me know. The sacred landscape wants you to know magic is afoot. Wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations and inner illuminations are close at hand. It is now much easier to manifest your dreams. This is an excellent time to take action on your visions for your future. A small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. Gateways to spirit are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. Fairies and elves are supporting you. Wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. Open your heart to holy, magical energy. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Excuse me. So I feel like now we're at a point where we've been catapulted, we've been pushed forward. Abundance is coming. There are areas, pockets, there are places in the world where the veil is thin, but I think that for the majority, if not the whole earth, is experiencing a thinning of the veil. And like I said, it's like this, it feels like this period of just renewal, this period of just happiness. A lot of creative energies will be flowing, the birth and creation of a lot of beautiful things that'll bring us even further. Like, it's very exciting energies that I'm picking up on. And interesting that I'm not really interested in reading and doing general readings and doing collective readings. I'm not interested in that. I think that where I shine is in understanding a person. I'm an empath. I can feel people's emotions, and I can kind of dissect actions and behaviors to kind of see how they're really feeling, what's really going on inside of them. And again, that helps me have that compassion and empathy towards them so that I can forgive them, not be mad at them. I can respect them. I can coexist with them and not feel any type of way. And so that's the type of reading that I have been doing and I'm interested in doing. I don't have any interest in doing general readings, and it's just interesting that that's what decided to come out. Is there anything else, Spirit, that you would like? Let's see what Ascended Masters, and then I might do, if I feel called to, I might do another spiritual deep dive on Donald Trump, because again, this didn't have anything to do with him. So, what Ascended Masters are here? And what would they like to say? Horus, you are seeing this situation accurately. So maybe that's confirmation for me that as a result of Trump being where he needed to be or where he was, that's contributing, or that has contributed in getting us to this spiritual awakening collectively quicker. Green Man. Did I even show you this one? I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, there's two that came out. Aren't these twin flames? Horus and Isis? No. Am I bugging out? I could be. Totally could be. These two came out. I didn't even know this one came out. But Horus, you are seeing this situation accurately. Balance career and home life. And again, with the playful spirit that I've been feeling, I almost feel like this is saying, yes, some of us have to work for, not some of us, all of us. All of us have to work, but some of us are going to a job that we really don't enjoy doing for the necessity of maybe taking care of children, things like that, our own bills that we have. But with the sense of playfulness that I was getting, I almost feel like this is saying, don't forget to balance your work life and your other responsibilities with a little bit of play. Try to take some time to incorporate some play, some joy for yourself. The Green Man is here. Retreat into nature. If anybody's on Netflix and you know what the movie Troll, that's what I'm getting. Incorporate some play, and some for some people, for maybe the majority of people, it's what does play consist of? Some form of activity that involves nature. So that could mean that. And I also feel like it's just saying, don't forget, work with Gaia, work with Mother Earth, work with our planet. She'll help you release. Between Gaia and this Green Man, the spirit of the Green Man, they'll help release. Because they know how to transcend it. They know how to transform that energy. So sink it deep into the roots of Gaia and she'll help you. So what does that say? Power of joy and the rainbow. You guys, I think this is it. This is all I'm getting. Again, I really wanted to do a deep dive on Trump, but I think that this message was what needed to come out. If I do need to do another deep dive on Trump, I will. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here. Again, if you have any suggestions, please feel free. Leave the comments, leave the suggestions down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.